Morning. Well, hang on, let me get in the light. Morning. All right. Yesterday I didn't film at all. I just kind of wasn't in the mood. 2 nights ago, I said goodbye to you guys and signed off. And I got a phone call saying, hey, I've got a truck down. I need it fixed ASAP. I'm like, I'm in the middle of planting season. I'm not working on delivery trucks. Because I know, I get it. This would be a huge favor, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay. So the truck was towed here, and I pushed into the night, got the truck done, got it out of here, was back up at 5 a.m. to be on the farm yesterday. So I wasn't in a bad mood, but I wasn't in a good mood either. I guess I was just crabby. So being crabby, I was working on the farm. I got a phone call from the John Deere dealer saying, hey, your parts are in. Sweet. I've been waiting for them for 2 weeks now. I ordered them. A week later, order came in that was wrong. Took them back. Reordered them. They said it'll only be a couple days. Ended up being a week again. And then they were wrong again. I was fuming. So I called a different John Deere dealer. And he says, yeah, I got them right here in stock. I'm like, sweet. I took the wrong parts again back. Told them to credit me. I'm done. I went to the other dealership, got the parts. And they were super nice to me, so I think I might just go to the other dealership from now on, unless there's something easy I need. Then I'll go to this one, local one. So got back, was working ground, waiting on my liquid fertilizer to show up. They kept telling me you'll have it today, I'm going to do it. And our agronomist went to the place to pick up the fertilizer, and all they were going to do was load her trailer, bring it back to us, and she was going to bring it to us, and we were going to be good to go. And it kept getting delayed. And then finally around 8:30 last night, she showed up so we could unload her trailer with all my chemical and liquid fertilizer. And she was telling me that she thinks someone got fired at that facility. And that's kind of why things are a little hectic right now. But I did receive all my chemical. These 2 totes are the liquid fertilizer that go inside the planter. So, needless to say, 8:30, 9 o'clock last night, I was unloading a truck, went home, went to bed. Luckily, the wife brought me dinner to the farm here yesterday, and we sat like right over there and talked and had a nice conversation, and I ate my dinner. So this morning, I need to back the planters out, take one of these totes, load it into the fertilizer bin, and then go plant my very first field. Yeah, that's what we're doing. And typically, I would have went and planted last night after chemical got here. Problem with that is, when you start planting for the very first time of the year, like the first day of planting, there's always bugs to work out of the system, depth that you have to set. You have to constantly stop and make sure your seed placement is correctly. It's a lot of setup, basically, the first day. So the first day of planting never really goes smoothly. That's why I did not want it to be at 9 o'clock at night in the dark. Like I was telling the wife, I mean, like if we were halfway through planting season, I'd have no problem just turning that key at 9 o'clock at night and starting a field. This is our very first field of the year to be planted, and I didn't want to do it in the dark. Just because of any hiccups, any adjustments that need to be made, whatever. And, not to mention, it's supposed to start raining around noon today. So, it is currently 6 a.m. and it's supposed to start raining at noon. Can I plant that field between now and then? Absolutely. Can I plant that field between now and then with a bunch of adjustments and stuff that might break? We're going to find out. I'm taking a little moment this morning to go through the computer of the tractor to make sure everything is switched over for planting corn. The back rake row units are turned off, and only the front 16 rows are on. Just double checking the computer, making sure it's everything is loaded correctly and good to go. And then I'm going to pull it out and take it out to load the liquid. I figured I'd give it a little extra time just so I don't tick the neighbors off any more than I absolutely have to right now. Alright, we got 200 gallons of liquid starter fertilizer on. We've got seed on. I think everything is calibrated correctly. I think everything should go smoothly. I hope. I just went out and checked. I got seed boxes that are filled with corn seed. Master switch is on. Rate of 2 gallons per acre. I think we're ready to start the season here. Alright, I think we're good. I did have to adjust the seed depth. That first pass, it was only planting about 1 inch deep, and we like to see it right around 2 inches with corn. So I adjusted the depth just a little bit, and I'm right at 2 inches right now, right on the money. So now I'm going to plant this headland, or actually I'm going to do all my headlands, and when I start doing my passes, I'll come back and talk to you guys. Ooh, it's not turning out to be a good day. I have been dealing with rows 2, 6, 12, and 14 that has been plugging up on me. 2 and 6 more than anything. And it's been very frustrating. Like, I only have the headlands planted, that's it. I ended up folding up, going back up to the shop, using the air compressor, disconnected those hoses, used the air compressor to blow them out. So I'm hoping whatever was lodged in there is free now so we can start rolling here, because rain is approaching us. Knock on wood, it's working so far. This is what's frustrating. It's the first day of planting, the first field, just working all the bugs out of everything. It gets agitating. I'm glad I didn't do this last night in the dark, because I would have lost my crap. So I'm planting an average of 24 acres an hour, running at 5 miles an hour with a 40-foot planter. So far I've been at this for 2.5 hours, and I have planted 12 acres. Hopefully we got all the bugs worked out of the system now, because it seems like everything's going smoothly. Knock on wood. I I have 2 passes left in this field, and this field's done and planted, but row 6 keeps giving me issues. It's aggravating. Holy crap, that field is done. That's 30 acres of corn planted. I don't know if I got all the bugs worked out of this system yet or not, but wow, was that was a battle. I just got a text message saying that my fertilizer, dry fertilizer, is about an hour away. So I think I'm gonna eat my lunch, and then I'm gonna take the forks off the little tractor and put the rock bucket on, and get ready for dry fertilizer to be delivered so I can go get that spread. Hopefully we can beat the rain. No rain in the area yet, but it's saying it's gonna. I just did a complete and epic failure. I got in the little tractor and I figured I'd just pull the forks off it and put the rock bucket on. Well, as I was putting the rock bucket on, I got a phone call saying fertilizer was coming. Where do I want it? And I says, well, you just take it to the next field, I'll meet you there. They're like, all right. So I just left with the tractor, not thinking about it, and never even grabbed the camera, my cooler, nothing. Epic failure. But I just looked at the weather, and like the rain has backed way off. So I'm thinking about firing up that big tractor and going and working some field, and maybe get some more planting done yet tonight. But the question is, I don't know which field. Do I want to do one of the small fields because I know I'm having issues with the planters, or do I want to do the bigger field? I think I'm going to do the smaller field. I think there's a storm developing over there. That could be a problem, but I knew it was going to happen at some point. I was just gambling on when. Normally it wouldn't be a big deal, but I am running the packer, which packing the soil, it's a good thing. It locks moisture in. The bad thing is if you fit a field and pack it and not able to plant it before it rains, because it locks the moisture in, what would normally take you a couple days of drying out before you can get back in there, it will take you a week before you can get back in here to plant it. And also, depending on how heavy the rainfall is, you might have to come back in and rework it once you can finally get back in here again. But I kind of figured there was going to be a threat of storms today, just because of the fact that it's hot, it's humid, and the barometric pressure has been dropping. Those 3 combinations usually equals a storm or some sort of rainfall developing that day. The good thing is, I was kind of thinking, and I'm just working the little 12-acre field behind my house right now so I can maybe get this planted. It's quicker to do a 12-acre field than it is a 30 or 40-acre field. The question's going to be, holy cow, this is rough. The question's going to be whether or not my gambling's going to pay off. Alright, I got that field done. Now to go and get the planters, but it's not looking good. I told you, I knew it in my heart. Look at that. There's a river running across the driveway. There's no way. Look at the ditch is even flooded. Absolutely no way I'm getting in that field now for at least a week. Garbage, 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 garbage. On the plus side, I guess I got time to go home and wrap up the wife's bike now. Get it finished. Inch and a quarter of rain in like 40 minutes. Yeah, I'm done farming for a couple days probably. It's all right. There's stuff that needs to be fixed come Sunday. It's always something to do. All right, I'm in the video here. I'm gonna get working on the wife's bike so I can get it done and ready to go so we can go for a ride tomorrow. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one.